So guys, I have great news. So I have these boxes, two boxes, one that you can't see, but these are straight from Shenzhen, China, and they contain my new RGB DAC. Since about December of 2019, we've been selling these DACs. I ordered about 100 of them, and this is the first production PCB that I've ever designed. And we sold out about a month or two ago, and we were just having issues getting them in stock. I mean, obviously with the global pandemic and a lot of logistics and ordering something from China, it took quite a while. But we ordered 400 of them, so we have more in stock than 4 times more than we initially ordered. So I wanted to kind of do this unboxing with you guys because you know, it kind of considers a community. This is, again, even though I design and have this sold through a reseller, this is really just a hobby of mine. I have a full-time job in IT and a 4-year-old who really occupies most of my time. So and today's box opener was thanks to my wife's box opener. It's the only one I could find. So let's see what's in here. I'm not doing this live because who knows if somebody sent me the wrong package. That'd be kind of funny. Kind of like one of those, what was that movie, Meet the Parent or something, where they get the luggage mixed up. Also, the blue tape is just there so I protect my identity, so you'll never ever know who I am. And wow, this is actually a bit taller than I first intended. So this is actually, my manufacturer is actually PCBWay. And let's see how they did. So first, these are kind of like a little cocoon. That's a better view right there. Or not cocoon, like a hive. And okay, that's good. So it's nice to see what they did. Prior to this, they would actually mail these to me with 2 of them in one bag, and I asked them to separate them. And sometimes the communication can be a little challenged. But glad they did it. Makes my life easier, so I don't have to wrap these all in individual. They're already done for me. This little red bag. One cool thing to note is the little silver. That's an actual ESD bag. This kind of acts like a Faraday cage and prevents items from being shocked, damaged inside of this. The red isn't an ESD bag, but it won't generate any static. So you can put certain things in there that you don't want to generate static, and that's why you see a lot of times a PCB comes with you know, items that are separately in this like red bag. But this is actually kind of cool. These are the blank PCBs, and they sent me quite a few. Probably leftovers because I ordered 400 of them. But as you can see, they come in when the PCB, when they make the PCBs, they design up. When they make the PCBs, they make them in sets of 4. At least for this one, some usually larger. And then what they do is they put it through the pick and place machine at sets of 4, and then they do each run. So technically, they printed a little bit over, I guess, over 100, maybe 105. I guess of these panels, and then they broke them down into 400 separate boards. So it's kind of, I don't know how well you guys can see. One of the big differences that I did this time is I had them solder I had them solder everything before I did the headers. So these headers right here and these headers right here. So I was having issues trying to source the parts. And this time I was able to source these analog RGB headers, and it's probably annoying to your ears. If I ever do another one of these, I finally found a source for the addressable RGB headers. Right now what I do is I just slide I take a pin from a male-to-male terminal, shove it in there, just clip off the end and push it a little bit further in, and that's how I, you know, make it so you can't flip it the wrong way. So that's cool, one cool thing to see. So let me get on to the next box, and this one's a little bit bigger. And again, the blue tape's kind of, you know, No offense, but it's kind of weird to show people my address. Granted, you could probably look it up, try to find out who I am, but I don't know. Okay, so God, this thing is. And this box is quite a bit bigger. So we have this box right here. This is big box, and it says, I think it showed that it had like, yeah, 360 pieces. So they put 40 pieces in one box and 60 in the other. And it's kind of like the same setup. So you have like, they sent, no, that's a lot more. You know, and it does make me wonder. I hope they sent me my tester back. So I did a video a while back where I built this little jig for testing each of these PCBs, and I shipped it to Shenzhen. It took like, it was literally like, I think in JFK, lost for a month before it finally shipped out to China because of all the flights being held up, or not many flights being available to ship things out. But it finally went out. So I hope they sent it to me. This kind of, whoa. So here's one hive. So that's kind of cool. So each of these little, I guess, hive holes have, hivey holes, have 2 boards in it. So that's 6 by 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 120. If I did my math correctly, you know, when you're under pressure and trying to do, you know, everything in one shot, because an unboxing like this, I'm not gonna reshoot it. So then let's see here. I have another set of them, and I will put this somewhere else. So usually what they do is they will also not only give you the, hold on, you can't hear me. So they will not only give you these, okay, that is, that's not cool. So, which is really strange. So they had a lot of room in here. Okay, so there's just one more layer of boards in here. So that they packaged everything the way I wanted, as you can see. But unfortunately, they neglected to send me my tester back. And that thing wasn't super fun to build, but it was, you know, the idea was they could quickly just test everything out. And she asked me if I need it back, and I said yes, please. So unfortunately, I guess I didn't get the memo, and yeah, there's nothing in there. Maybe, who knows? Let me double check. I know the tester's not in here, but oops, okay. Should have taken it out that way, so I'll have to move it. Yeah, there's nothing there. So unfortunately, they didn't include the spare parts, and it's nice that they included the boards, but unfortunately, they usually include the leftover rolls of surface-mounted devices. They usually include, they should have included my tester. Better close this, especially if a 4-year-old around. And unfortunately, they didn't. So, I mean, I bet things were crazy over there, and this is PCBWay, but like, I guess I'll have to email and see what's up. Hopefully, they'll send it to me, because you know, if you have an issue with one of these boards, I mean, it'd be quicker for me to test it with my tester. And if there's an issue that I find, it'd be nice if I could be able to easily swap it. Granted, I do have probably quite a few leftovers or spares here, but you know, the idea is, you know, if I ever run out, I still have more. So, but well, anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe. These boards, I just got them in today, and again, as I said, I'm a dad, and I also work 40 hours a week in IT, so I'm going to do my best to try to get them done potentially this week or this weekend, and then get them off to my my different resellers, which is Pirate Dog Tech, as well as Mod by Mods. Mod by Mods is local, so they're going to get theirs probably a few days before Pirate Dog Tech, but if you prefer one or the other, you know, feel free to use the same one. But thank you. Feel free to subscribe. Please ask if you have any questions. Have a nice one.